Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the UU Live. I wanted to use this team because it had Pokemon like Keldeo, Gengar, and Bishop on it, so it didn't really look UU, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun. Upon testing this team, that I think Peytonio is his name, or Peyton Neo is his name. Upon testing it, I realized, wow, this team is pretty weak to Decidueye, like switching into it, plus any mon that pressures Pokemon like Bisharp or Klefki. So it's been rough during testing, couple wins, couple losses, mainly, like I said, losing to Decidueye, so I wanted to see how I could do that differently, and I don't know, HV Electric hasn't been doing anything on Keldeo, so maybe I'll put Icy Wind, but even then, if it's Spadef Decidueye, it's not going to do crap. But it has Dhelmise, Spikes Klefki, Bisharp to pressure Defog, so, which does help out versus, I think what I want to do is actually make Bisharp Dread Plate. I love Life Orb, but losing Life Orb damage has actually lost me a few games, so Dread Play would help me, especially versus the Decidueye team matchups, I think so. We'll see. And here I would actually like to have Life Orb because it's, look at my opponent's team, it doesn't even look like it's UU. A man has 0 Ghost answers, which is great. 0 Keldeo answers, which is amazing, outside of Celebi. In fact, I think you have to lead off with Celebi if you play this guy. Or if you're your opponent, if I'm your opponent. My opponent's him, I think you lead off with that, but Dhelmise just beats down every mon on his team. So we're going to go right for the Anchor Shot, because he has no switch-ins. And any switch-in he has can't... If he goes Mag, okay. But, like, any switch-in he has, like, let's say it's Hippo, let's say it's Starmie, Clefable. One, this is going to take super effective damage. Yeah, and I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO you. Always, and you're trapped, so you can softball it all you want, you can Thunder Wave. Yeah, Dhelmise just has no switch-ins in this matchup, and that's not going to do crap, so we're going to be able to get rid of Clefable so early, and that was one of his mons that could actually take some Shadow Balls. The only other mon is Hippo. Everything else with a couple spikes up just falls to 2 Shadow Balls. Whereas Hippo probably, if it was Spadef, could take it. So Mataton's going to come out, just going to go for Earthquake here if he doesn't want to Volt Switch. I can see him doubling out Celebi. He just goes for Flash Cannon, so he throws away his Magneton and his Clefable versus Dhelmise, and that's beautiful. Do you even knock me out, Starmie? We're about to find out. So unfortunately, Life Orb Starmie does knock me out. However, as I did say, I do have Scarf Gengar in the back, and his switch-ins to that are limited. It's literally just Hippowdon. Nothing else takes it. So Starmie's gonna go down to that Shadow Ball. Beautiful, beautiful. And I still do have Klefki in the back to threaten something like for Alligator because it is U-turn Celebi. I mean, Baton Pass is banned in this tier, but yeah, I can go right out to Toad. I am defensive. He gets to the sand, which is actually going to be working in my favor because he's going to be chipping away at Pokemon like Sharpedo and stuff like that. As he goes right for the Earthquake. I kind of wish we had knockoff, but I'm assuming he's just going to go for rocks anyway, even though he does have Celebi. Or goes for another Earthquake, that's completely fine. I'm going to put him on a timer though. I don't want a Toxic, because, again, I'll be able to click Shadow Ball soon, and my Toad is physically defensive. Celebi is bulky, it's, you know, base 100 all around. It could be Spadef because of Klefki, or because of Keldeo. So, Klefki is a solid switch-in, since, yes, I don't really have anything to immediately threaten Hippowdon, but outside of Toxic, but I think that's what I want to do, because this thing is getting worn down for Gengar, so it's not going to be able to switch in, and luckily for me, my opponent ended up going for the Whirlwind there, so that means I can go right out into my Toad and get off unscathed, and what this allows me to do is later have Klefki to Thunder Wave for Alligator, if it does become a problem. And we'll throw off a Scald here as he stays in, so yeah, Shadow Ball is going to be that much better, just because Hippowdon has been worn down. And as long as Keldeo's alive, I should be good versus Gator, so I'm not 100% worried. I think he's just going to go for the Suicide Rocks. No. Alright, so he goes for the Earthquake, which is, I think, better for me, isn't it? Because what that ends up doing for me is I can go out to Gengar, and now I don't even have to click Shadow Ball. I can click Sludge Wave, and I'll easily be able to 2-hit KO something. And my remaining types, these back two can beat Celebi, and Gengar 2-hit KOs for Alligator without allowing it set up. So, and if for Alligator's 2-hit KO, then I win with this anyway, so... Just throw for a Sludge Wave right here. It's going to be an easy 2-hit KO. I do go down to Crunch. I do go down to Waterfall. Both Sheer Force boosted. However, I prevent for Alligator from setting up, which is, in the long run, better for me. But yeah, I can't believe how much Dhelmise did. I wish it did that much in its enter video. I really do. But we can now go right to Keldeo and just throw off a Scald. Because it potentially burns Celebi and we beat it anyway. Like, he can't pass enough with Celebi unless he has like Healing Wish, and also the fact that Klefki does knock out Feraligatr at the range is going to be at. So you can U-turn all you want, bro, but then I just get to play rough your Feraligatr. I'm not even going to play rough Feraligatr because Keldeo doesn't do anything, whereas Klefki can beat the Celebi. So I'm going to go route to Keldeo right here as he goes right for Waterfall, and we tank it. Yeah, and that should be game, because at that point, your Celebi is so low that if I go for Scald and get a burn, it could be 2 KO'd, and at the same time, if I went for like Secret Sword, I don't know, it takes 24% from Spec Scald, so I mean it's more so special defensive. I don't know, it's been a while since I had Celebi have to take a Scald from a Keldeo, man. It's been a while since I played ORSOU and even use Celebi, but that was a good first game. We didn't really have too bad of a matchup though. My opponent didn't have stuff like Bisharp, which pressures Keldeo, as well as like the Decidueye, which again really does pressure the team. But if I can get him Bisharp on the knock, we're good. So this is an Umbreon team with Scizor. Scizor is very, very common in this tier. Conkeldurr is a giant threat. How do I beat you? What the hell do I beat Conkeldurr? I like Seismitoad though as a lead. Hey, because it pressures Pokemon like these with Scald Burns, although Conkeldurr obviously having burnt isn't the best for me. But I need a weakened Conkeldurr, that way I can click Specs. Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I need a weakened Conkeldurr, that way I can just click Specs, Hydro Pump. Him having, or at least Specs Secret Sword and kill everything. Him having Amoonguss is annoying, but I can pressure that thing with Spikes, plus my double spin blockers, which is cool. I can see him Giga Draining turn 1 with Amoonguss. I think Amoonguss is a great lead on my opponent's part. Yes, great lead. I really do want up Roxo to pressure this guy. Dhelmise is right there. I'm getting up rocks either way. I don't care if you Giga Drain. It doesn't kill me. He puts me on a timer with Toxic though. That's cool. Does that mean that Bisharp is free? Because Dhelmise is my best switching. I don't mind if he Toxics me. Yeah. So he goes for Spore, which is fair. I'm going to double out into my Bisharp because I don't want him Toxicing me, and I'd much rather just click Knock Off and get rid of this thing's item. You can go right for Spore if you want to. You can go Conkeldurr either as well, and just let me get rid of its item. It was a Flame Ward. Oh god, it's offensive as hell. Ah boy, is offensive as hell. We'll go Seismitoad because I don't mind him knocking off this thing's item. The fact that it was Flame Ward meaning he doesn't care about being burnt. I don't know if it had Drain Punch or Hammer Arm. I want to throw off Scalds either way. I don't mind burning him because I'll be wearing him down. Oh, he did have the Drain Punch. Okay, so I don't want to burn him now because he's going to be recovering too much. Then again, he'll knock me out anyway, so we'll just go for Earthquake. It is strong after all. And what I can do is, I think, go right on into Gengar. Gengar should be able to knock it out with the Shadow Ball. Let me calc this. 43%. Scald did 25. Okay, if Scald did 25, there's no way Gengar doesn't knock it out with Shadow Ball at 43. There's no point in calculating. This is 186 special attack versus 359 stab Shadow Ball. So I'll be able to go for Shadow Ball here. Umbreon is a smart play. Definitely. Though it does give me a wish, I would think. So we're gonna double out into Bisharp. He can go he does give me Bisharp, excuse me, as a switching. I'm gonna go right to Bisharp and just click Knock Off. Nothing on his team wants to take Knock Off. Even if Umbreon loses item, like, it's better for me. And Conkeldurr should go down to Knock Off plus Sucker Punch, respectively. So throws up a Wish. I'll click Iron Head here, as he's gonna protect. I mean, Foul Play, excuse me, which is smart. This Mon's a problem. Hold up. We're going Keys. This Mon's too much of an issue. You can throw off a Wish all you want. I'll throw off a Play Rough. I'm not gonna allow him to go out into. He should go Amoonguss, but I'm not gonna allow him to go out to Conkeldurr at all. I let Bisharp get a little bit too weakened, but I think its priority Sucker Punch doesn't matter. Let's see how much we do. I did nothing. I doubt he'd spin because I have 2 Ghosts, so we're going to go right for our Spike here. As he throws off a Scald. Yep. And he has Life Orb too. Holy crap. Dhelmise still looks pretty safe, as he does go for spin. So we end up getting him on that turn, and I can throw off a Power Whip. And this is going to hurt anything that wants to come in. The fact that I got Amoonguss in is great too, because I beat him 1v1 with Anchor Shot. He's trapped. He's actually trapped. And nothing on his team wants to switch in on Anchor Shot anyway. I'm surprised he didn't go Scizor. Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't go Scizor, because now Amoonguss is going to be gone. It is straight up gone, and for 17% of damage. Amoonguss is gone. I can't believe Anchor Shot did 52%. That is ridiculous. But Among Us is gone, which is going to open up the door for Keldeo. The fact that Starmie is Life Orb is great. Umbreon being knocked off means it can't switch into repeated Sludge Waves. Scizor is more than likely going to come out. I don't know if you're going to go for Pursuit. Either way, I like Keldeo as a switch-in. If he goes for U-turn, he goes for SD. So Scizor's still a tough matchup for him because I click Spec Scald and something drops. Conkeldurr is going to go down, which is great. I don't got to worry about that. Or playing around with Sucker Punch versus that with Bisharp. Starmie's more than likely going to come out, or Raikou. Raiku's smart. They can Volt Switch around. I'm still going to go out into Dhelmise because Dhelmise still beats Raikou 1v1 as he throws off a Shadow Ball, and that looks to be Specs damage. So I should definitely be Specs damage. I did 57%. I want to keep this mon alive because I can potentially spin versus him. So I'll go out to Klefki. Doesn't get the spit out drop, which is great. And what we will do is go right for Toxic. I'll put him on a timer, wear him down a bit. While it does leave me a little bit weaker to Umbreon, by putting up multiple layers of Spike and wearing down the Raikou, I can now go out to Bisharp. And I think just click SD. Because Umbreon, with all them layers of Spike, is not going to appreciate a +2 Iron Head, and it has to go for foul. Let's say I don't knock it out, it has to go for foul play here, and then I just sweep with Shadow Ball from Gengar. Assuming I didn't knock it out, of course, but +2 Iron Head is going to be able to knock it out, and all I got to do is click Knock Off versus Scizor, Sucker Punch versus Raikou, and Sucker Punch versus Starmie, and I win this game. I still can't believe how much... that was a crit too. I still can't believe how much work that Dhelmise did, though. Being able to trap Among Us. It did 52% with offensive. Yeah, it's definitely game, though. There is no way to outplay Sucker Punch. Keep up the work. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, there's no way you can outplay this, and yeah, it's game. GG. Alright, so let's look for another one. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. It's going better than practice with the team. And then we fought a Defogger in Mantine. Anyway, I like Keldeo as a lead because it threatens everything with Scald, plus has HP Electric from Mantine. Him having Clefable is a little bit annoying. Shadow Ball is going to be annoying for him to switch into. I'm actually going right for the HP Electric right here. I want to hit Mantine and I want to hit it hard with on switching. So I do 87%, which is ridiculous. And we're actually going to double out to Dhelmise because his switch-ins to HP Electric would be something like a Powdon. And now I get to throw off a Power Whip. A nice and safe max attack Power Whip. So Mantine has been pressured to the point where it goes down to Rocks. Unfortunately, my opponent ends up going out to Scizor and I end up missing. However, I want to Anchor Shot here because if he U-turns, which is something I expect because I do have Keldeo, I beat him. He goes for Roost though, so I could see him, I guess, SDing up, but we're going to go Seismic Toad. I really want Rocks up just to pressure Mantine. I don't want him defogging on me. I could see him SDing up though. Stalion's going to be annoying, but with the double Ghost and, oh, he misclicked. Man, if you were supposed to U-turn, that would have been helpful. That would have been very helpful. We're going to keep Dhelmise alive though. Surprised you stayed in though. Thought you'd do that, and I get a kill. So, yeah, that's why I made that play. Unfortunately though, my opponent decided to misclick, and the strategic misclick actually helped him out. That's funny. That's funny. No, it's not, man. I'm mad about that. I'm just kidding. We're going to throw off a Toxic, though. Hopefully we landed on the Mantine, because he's definitely going for Roost here. As we managed to land. So that's beautiful. I don't know if he's Heal Bell Clefable, but we can definitely avoid some Toxics here. I'm going to go... he threw off a Scald. Yeah, I was thinking about going Bisharp, but what I can do is actually go Bisharp after I Stealth Rock and force him to defog and then just click Knock Off, and that's going to do some massive damage. I'm so sad that he misclicked because I literally would have gotten my kill with Anchor Shot. I would have done 50% to everything. You saw it was 64% to Clefable. If whatever came in had to stay there, and that would have been the damage that I needed on Hydreigon to be able to knock it out with +2 Sucker Punch later. So he can go for Scald here if he wants to. Either way, I'm just going to go for Knock Off. Because if Mantine is gone, even if he burns me, it would be unfortunate if he burns me, but if Mantine is gone, yeah, there it is. If Mantine is gone, it means that Keldeo gets to click Scald. It just sucks, though, that he burnt me right there. And that that his misclick actually ended up helping him. But Manton is gone, so I can click Scald with my Keldeo, which is going to be so good in this game. It's going to be so good. We're going to keep Bisharp alive as fodder for Hydreigon. Go hard Keldeo, and honestly just click Hydro Pump. I'm not even clicking Scald. I'm clicking Hydro Pump. I'm a man. This is Smooth Rock, obviously. So we're going to click Specs Hydro Pump. Nothing on his team is taking 2. Hydreigon isn't taking 2. Hippo's going down. Clefable can go down. Yeah, Hydreigon's definitely not taking 2. Never mind! And we find out now that it is Specs more than likely, or leftovers. Okay, so if it's leftovers, maybe it would have taken 2. I don't know about that. Maybe it would have taken 2 because it's leftovers. But we'll go right to Klefki. This guy's giving me more hazards. It's still annoying though. I don't get to gauge the damage as he throws off a Dark Pulse. And yeah, I want to spike up. I want to pressure. Actually, do I need to spike up? We're going for Toxic here, because if he wants to go out into Hippowdon, I pressure that. And if he goes up to Scizor, which is a good play, I still do have Keldeo in the back to deal with it. We're good about Spike then. We'll just pressure that Hippowdon as well as Stoutland. Being able to wear them down. SD's up. Good play, good play. Again, Keldeo's still going to be really nice. I'm going to go Bisharp as fodder. Because though he can knock me out with +2 BP, I can then go Keldeo and just click Hydro Pump one more time. So he's going to be able to knock me out right here with the +2 BP. We're going to click Knock Off though, just in case he tries to outplay my Sucker Punch or something like that. I would have been able to get rid of his item. And with Sam being up and Keldeo being in, I do not see switch-ins. I'm just going to click Scald now, as opposed to Hydro Pump. I don't want to miss. I guess if he crits me or something, it'd be bad. But Scald also does have that chance to burn. I do have Seismic Totem in the back as well to click Scald versus this guy. Though Spec Scald should not be able to click a Fable unless he's just max defense, max HP. Which I kind of doubt it. There you go. Take 56%. Nice. And he's playing around with me, Scald burning him, which is cool. I guess he would have taken Hydro Pump maybe. I don't know. Scald did 56. And Scald is 80 versus 110. I mean, I probably would have been able to take it. Probably wouldn't have been too close. Yo, okay, there is no way that you would have taken, there's no way that you would have taken the Specs Hydro Pump. 30, man. After rocks with Sandstorm damage? Hell no. Then again, I guess I have to hit 2. So, doubles out to Hippowdon, which is a cool play. Definitely. But it gives me my Dhelmise as a switch-in. I don't want to go Dhelmise, though. I have to. I have to, though. Or at least we're still pressuring him. But goes for Roar. Forces me on the Keldeo, which is amazing. That's exactly what I wanted. And we're going to click Spec Scald right here. Hydreigon did not recover, so it's not going to be able to take 2. Hippowdon's going to go down. Hippowdon's definitely going to go down. And then we don't got to worry about that sand, man. And then I could trick with my Gengar and potentially sweep him with Shadow Ball plus Sludge Wave, respectively. Yeah. Clefable. Let's see, are you fully defensive? I got a crit, and that was definitely Fizz Def Clefable because that crit would not have 2-hit KO'd. So, we're going to be able to get rid of Clefable right here, which is one of the mons I was potentially worried about. I mean, it's Clef, so Clef in the back is always very, very scary. It's always very scary. I could see him, he's definitely going Stoutland here. That's the only mon that I could see him going. I'm in danger of losing to Scizor. I got to be careful. Dhelmise is always my best switch-in, regardless of Crunch. He went for Z-move. Z-Howl. Well, that's cool. That is definitely cool. Do you have Fire Fang? I don't even know. I'm gonna Rapid Spin. Because I still threaten him with Klefki's Thunder Wave. Gengar should still outspeed him, but we're not gonna go for that. We're gonna go Klefki and click Thunder Wave. Keep this guy low, because if I can put Stoutland in range of Sludge Wave, I'll be fine. I think I'd be fine if I could put Stoutland in range of Sludge Wave. Which I should be able to do with the hazards that I pressure him with. Also, I don't know if he can hit me with anything, because I know he has Howl, Crunch, Return, and maybe Superpower? It might be Fire Fan because Scissor's in the tier. Team is a little bit weak to Scizor. Then again, maybe he relies on Scald Birding with Mantine. And that's something I could see him doing. Anyway. We're going to go Seismic Toad because it can click Scald here. He's definitely, I don't know if he'll slack off. But even if he does go for Earthquake, we prevent him from roosting. We prevent him from slacking off. So I will throw off a nice. Actually, Toxic is better. Toxic's better just in case he wants to go Hydreigon, because I don't want to burn him and have that not work out to me. So we put Hydreigon on a nice little timer right there, and it's definitely, it should roost. It should definitely roost. So we're gonna go keys for the umpteenth time, and we're gonna get up some more hazards. That way we can pressure the Stoutland with spikes up for Gengar in the back. Also, I'm Thunder Waving Scizor. I think I'm Thunder Waving immediately. Now we're gonna get up a spike. I still want to pressure Stoutland. As well as the fact that now Hydreigon is going to be coming in on potentially Poison and Sand and all that stuff. So Hippowdon does come in, which is smart. It's going to take all that damage, but Sand is now up, and I have the spikes up, so I can go right out to Silent Toad. I can see him doubling out into Stoutland immediately, but if he doesn't slack off, then again, Sludge Wave is something that can sweep him. Then again, he just still does have Scizor. So Earthquake is another play he can make. And now with the fact that Hydreigon is poisoned, Sand is up, I can safely click Scald here and wear that guy down. Just wear him down. That way he can't come in on me as many times as he wants. And I've showed Klefki as an initial switch in so many times that I'm probably just going to throw off a Scald here. Because even if he wants to roost, that's fine. I don't mind if he goes for Dark Pulse either. I just don't want Stoutland coming in without taking any damage. He goes keys to taunt me, or he goes for taunt to taunt me, as he expected me to go keys, excuse me. So again, we're going to be able to wear him down, which is great. You can go for Dark Pulse if you want to, and knock me out. Again, I think Keldeo is going to be the key to victory, I want to say. However, right here, I actually have to go out into Gengar. I guess he could be Jolly. He could be Jolly on Stoutland. But I actually have to go out to Gengar, and I have to click Sludge Wave to knock him out. I cannot click Shadow Ball because of Stoutland in there in the back. I do have all them hazards again. So Hydreigon does go down. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He can go Hippo here. Scizor's going to be so annoying, man, in the late game. If the Bisharp burn didn't happen, that'd be so much better for me. He has one more turn of Sand, too. We're going route to Keldeo. He has no reason not to BP, though, as he goes for Roost. So I'll be able to potentially get a burn here with Scald. If he stays in with Scizor, beautiful. He can't go Hippowdon because there's one more turn of Sand. I think he has to stay in with Scizor and risk the Scald. I'm hoping that Scald works the way... I'm hashtag Team Scald, bro. Nope. So now what my opponent can do is actually sack his Hippowdon and then go out to Stoutland. But then I get the yellow color going off, which might just win me the game. Yeah. It's like we're playing DPP and I'm using Surf, because this Scizor is living. Anyway, Scald's still the best play. If he U-turns out into Hippowdon, I don't agree with that play at all. Yeah, hard Hippowdon is the play. Good. Well played. Well played. Now you have to go out into Stoutland, and I click Thunder Wave 100% of the time. Then it comes down to... a few things. So I go Klefki, right? I click Thunder Wave 100% of the time, no matter what. No matter what. He does have enough Sand terms, but I always... Good double. Good double into Scizor. I still do pressure him, though, with Keldeo. I don't want to click the yellow color just yet. I'm going hard Keldeo. Hard Keldeo. Especially because Stoutland is now... Do I go for Thunder Wave to win? I don't think Thunder Wave wins me the game, that's the thing. I mean, it has a chance to. I should still take... Actually, do I take +2 BP? He goes for U-turn. Very solid play. Okay, so in order for me to end up winning this game, I'm going to have to find a way to Thunder Wave him, because I die, but I die right here to more than likely Crunch or something like that. So again, in order for me to win this game, I'm going to have to Thunder Wave him as he goes right for Fire Fang. I have to Thunder Wave and I have to get the full pair on this guy. And I think I have to go out into Gengar here. On his Fire Fang. And then I just... he knows I'm... Does he know I'm Scarf? He doesn't know I'm Scarf. Nah, it's game. It's game. I can't trick him because he was a Z-Mon. I have to hope he randomly chokes and goes out to Scizor and lets me trick him. Yeah, like, that's a good game. Yeah, so, I had multiple chances to win that game, but, I mean, I can't be upset that Scald didn't burn, but the fact that he risked his Scizor so many times, or that he went Hydreigon on my Hydro Pump miss, it just sucked. Because I would have been able to 2-KO Hydreigon with Sand plus Stealth Rock and all that stuff. But that's Pokemon. He doesn't have Darmanitan, it's just a ridiculously annoying Pokemon, but Toad is just a great lead because it beats, it can beat Hitmonlee, it can beat Absol, it can beat Darmanitan. It eats a hit from Gengar as well as Lottie. Trevenant's the only mon on his team that can actually pressure Toad, and the thing is, Bisharp, his Dark Resist is Absol as well as Hitmonlee, so they're not good Dark Resist is what I'm trying to say. We're throw off a Scald here. If he has Protect, that's fine. If he wants to go for Knockoff, I'll potentially burn Absol. Then again, though, he does have the Lottie for Healing Wish. So I think Earthquake actually knocks him out based on that Scald damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Earthquake knocked him out. So we're able to get rid of Absol immediately. I understand him knocking me off, though. Not only did it prevent rocks, but it also meant that Darmanitan can click Flare Blitz easier. This mon's an issue. It's like Decidueye. It's literally Decidueye. Keys. As he Will-O-Wisp, yeah. Yeah, because I can't go hard Bisharp because of that. Well, Toxic here. As he goes Darm. So, I'm going to be able to wear that guy down. I want to keep Keys alive because it deals with Lottie and whatnot, but I think with Scarf Guard, I just click Shadow Ball soon. I really do. So, I'm just going to get up my spikes and let him Flare Blitz me to take damage for Bisharp as he quakes. Alright, so either way, he does take damage I need for Bisharp for Sucker Punch for later. And I can go route to Keldeo and just click Scald. He has no real switch-ins. If Lottie takes the damage from Scald, then it doesn't take the Shadow Ball. Unless it's Leftovers Lottie. But Bisharp is an answer if he wants to defog. And, do I just win? I mean, I click Knock Off 100% of the time here. HP Fighting should not be able to knock me out from a Leftovers Lottie if he is running that. But yeah, I click Knock Off 100% of the time here and I get my kill. He gave me the +2, which I needed to beat Darmanitan. Anyway, was it Roar Lottie? It just maxed defense. Okay, it's dead. I don't care, it's dead. I don't care. Hitmonlee's gonna come out. We can go route to Gengar. Prevent any potential fake out into Unburden. Yep. Exactly. And I honestly just want to trick because I don't want him. Because this wins right with Scarf Shadow Ball, but I feel like I can win with this easier. He's going to go for Knockoff here. So we're going to go Silent Toad. Yeah, we're going to go hard Silent Toad. I'm actually going to double out to Gengar because this invites in Trevenant. Plus, he can go for High Jump Kick here. So I do threaten the Trevenant. And now the reason I went to this mon is because now he has to go for Shadow Claw. There's no way you go for Will-O-Wisp versus a Gengar. So I go Bisharp on his Shadow Claw. Yep. And now I click Knockoff. And something dies. So those series of plays was made so that way I can play around Hitmonlee, which did lose its normal gem, so it is faster than me. But Sucker Punch should be able to knock him out. Yeah, after the knockoff damage. Hitmonlee was his only mon that could switch in on this. Darmanitan comes in, which is smart. We'll go Silent Toad if he wants to go for Flare Blitz. Go ahead and take some extra damage. Take 2 turns of poison while you're at it. I'll just get up rocks just in case. Because at this point, I go right out into Scarf Gengar. I click Shadow Ball, and that's the whole game. That is the whole game. Shadow Ball is going to be able to knock out Darmanitan. It does knock out his Gengar. If Gengar does beat me, we know it's Choice Scarf, and it has to lock itself in the Shadow Ball anyway. Trevenant's going to come out. I'm just going to go out to Dhelmise. On his will, I don't even care. I go for Anchor Shot. Sack this, then I go out into Bisharp. I also don't think, even with 198, I don't think you can sub up on me. Though I doubt he sub if he has Shadow Claw Will-O-Wisp. And plus, exactly, even with 198 attack, it's still stab because of Steel Worker. He can't be trapped though because he's a ghost type. However, Gengar also doesn't switch in. I'm assuming it's Lumberry, maybe Citrus, Iapa, all those other berries for harvest. Then again, it can also just be Natural Cure, but it's just Citrus nice. We go right out to Bisharp. Click this, then we just click Sucker Punch. Even if he subs or Will-O-Wisp, that doesn't matter because I do have Scarf Gar in the back. Like, you don't outplay this ever. I still click Sucker Punch here. Okay, you know what? I'm clicking Sucker Punch again. I'm not Blunder. You're not stalling me out of all of them. Yeah, there you go. Disabled, no! Well, now I can't click it. But again, either way, I always went out into my Gengar at the end and knocked him out. So, go for knockoff here. And we could just win the game with, oh, Gengar in the back. Nice. 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 Good game, dude. So, a few turns. I think the Scald also gave my opponent a false sense of security in the beginning with his Absol, thinking that, oh man, if his Scald does less than half, unless he burns me, I can't. He can't 2-hit KO me. I can get up an SD and do some massive damage to Toad with +2 Sucker Punch, making it easier for Pokemon like Darmanitan just to come in and click Flare Blitz. Yeah, which is why Scald was still a good play because it always 2-hit KOs at Earthquake. And we'll just look for one more. I could have ended it there, but I want to play one more game. Dhelmise has actually been putting in a ton of work. That's crazy. I didn't expect it. Last time I used it, it didn't, and like in its showcase, it didn't do crap. But today, it's like, wow, you're a new man. Anyway, I like Keldeo as a lead because it gets to click Specs Secret Sword versus my opponent. No fighting resist, that's not Tornadus or Lottie. And the thing is, only one of those has recovery, which is Lottie. This could be a pseudo rain team. Wait, Megapert's not out yet. Never mind. He leads off with Swampert. I'll throw off a Scald instead because it is Swampert and it's going to take half anyway. That boy took so... Okay, I said it's going to take half so casually, but I did not expect it. That's definitely offensive. Anyway, Lottie's going to come out. I want to make the mid-ground play that does not allow Swampert to come in. So we're going to actually go out into our Dhelmise as opposed to going out to Klefki, which is something he probably expected because we can go right for Power Whip and just knock this guy out. If he wants to go for Suicide Rocks, that's fine. Oh, he doesn't know what Dhelmise does. This is fair. Dhelmise did recently fall down, I think, to Aria, or they're trying to get it out of the tier anyway. Ooh, that took so much damage. You know what? I ate any hit. I'm going for Anchor Shot here. I definitely need a Fire Blast, which he's going for, because Klefki's there. Yeah, so we forced this Hydreigon to stay in, which is more than likely Scarf. I can go right out to Toad. I'm positive this is Scarf Hydreigon. He burns me. No! Now Cobalion is going to be annoying to deal with. We'll get up our rocks here, though, as he goes Lottie. I mean, I burnt him with Scald, but he burnt me with, like, look what move you burnt me with, and look what move I burnt you with. There's something wrong here. We're going to Dhelmise again. If he wants to drop a Draco or Defog, that's fine. If he goes for Recover, he does not switch into Anchor Shot. I don't even think Draco Meter knocks me out 48%, I'm not going to lie. I love Latias. Latias is one of my favorite Pokemon ever, but I doubt you knock me out at that percentage. So we're going to throw off an Anchor Shot, and the fact that Hydreigon is at 9% is so good for Bisharp. He does have Cobalion, though, which could be Z Cobalion, which is why I'm a little bit scared that Toad got burnt. But with Scarf Gengar in the back being able to click Shadow Ball, I should be okay. I should be okay. Definitely. Especially now that his Ghost Resist is at 9%, so even if he does manage to defog versus me, I'm in a good situation. I can't believe Dhelmise is putting in so much work, though. That's crazy. He drops a Draco on me. That is, I'm assuming Soldu boosted. I'm assuming that is Soldu boosted. I'm gonna go right out to Bisharp. I'm scared, man, to click this knockoff. I am definitely scared because I know it's Z-move Cobalion, man. I'm going for it anyway. I'll give it the justified boost. I need to find out for myself what type of Cobalion it is. Yep, there it is. Definitely 100% Z-move Cobalion. We'll go out to Klefki because we can Thunder Wave that Mon. We can tank his close combat as well and Thunder Wave him. Him knowing that we can Thunder Wave him, though, I want to go for a Spike here. Yeah, as he goes Pert. So that's something I expected. Wanted to get up that Spike just to pressure Cobalion. Shadow Ball is looking a lot better. Earthquake is scary. I'm going to go out to Klefki, Keldeo anyway on his Quake. And I think I have to make the double predicting Lottie to want to come in. I also have Bisharp in the back. I'm making the double into Gengar. If he Earthquakes here, he gets me. Alright, so I think his thought process was, okay, Scald doesn't knock me out, he has to risk a Hydro Pump to knock me out. Or he predicted my double, which was good. If he did predict that. I'm weak to Cobalion now. He should still definitely go Lottie now. Hydro Pump knocks him. If he stays in here... Okay, I think he just didn't know that Hydro Pump would knock him out. Or maybe he tried to win with Agility and Empoleon. We're gonna go Bisharp anyway. If he wants to defog, nice. Give me some respective hits, and I have to SD up. Ah! But he gains me out to Keldeo, which is great. I had to SD up though because I don't do enough damage to Cobalion. At least at +4, I prevent him from setting up on me. No. This is doing no types of damage. Oh no. Can I just go Bisharp here? Pretty sure I just go Bisharp here. We click Iron Head right now. We do not click. We do not give him a boost. The boost. Hard Seismitoad is the play. I think I'm still in this game with potentially Bisharp. That's the thing. As long as I get my rocks up. Cobalion took 19% from Iron Head, which is ridiculous. I didn't expect that. He should SD here. I think he should SD here. But he could go for close combat into all-out pummeling. That's something he could do versus my Seismitoad. I'll get him my rocks though, as he does go right for that all-out pummeling. Yep. That can knock me out. I have to risk this tie. How much is Lottie at? It's not even a risk for my opponent because he does have to risk it. If he risks Cobalion and I win the speed tie, amazing. I can win this game right now. And I've had to make double before because if I caught, I had to catch Lottie. Like I actually had to catch Lottie to win. In my opinion, anyway. I'm gonna go Bisharp as he drops the Draco. That's fine. This is no longer good switching to anything. I need Bisharp to win this game. I need Bisharp to win this game, which is why I keep Iron Heading on the Cobalion switching. But now you can just click close combat. And that's the whole game. That is the whole game. That's not half the game, that is the whole game. So, one play I can make here is, well, obviously, a Secret Sword is the only play. Being able to knock out these Mons. And Lottie can just come in and drop a Draco. I have to go for the crit. This could also just go for Heat Wave and knock me out. Goes for Bulk Up, though. Interesting. That takes 32%. That took 32. Are you Resto Chesto? I can't believe he stayed in with Pert, man. Or that Fire Blast burned Seismitoad. I can't complain though. I did stay in. Or I went Seismitoad on the resisted hit. That's a good play. Citrus is really cool. I like that. Yeah, good game, dude. It's unfortunate that I'm getting one more. I'm not ending on that. Nah, it's unfortunate so much that he got that burn early on Seismitoad. I lost all my recovery, and then I couldn't switch in anymore. But either way, he still pressured me hard. I think he stayed in with Pert because he saw the Scald damage and thought he was fine. I honestly thought because he stayed in after, even though he didn't have to. He could have went Lottie 100% of the time. Always. Anyway, this guy has threatening team. Seismitoad is so good at pressuring him, though. Unfortunately, he has this Mon. But I'm going to put it on timer. Wear it down for at least like Dhelmise and stuff. Thankfully, we do manage to land. I don't have decent switches to this. I can't go Keldeo because of the fact that Keldeo pressures Scizor or Hydreigon. Basically, Keldeo beats his team. So I can't go out to Keldeo. Unfortunately. Now, what I want to do here is just throw off, I want to just throw off a Play Rough. Get off as much damage as possible on this Blastoise. Wear it down as well. Thank you. I want to wear it down as well. He can go for another Scald or he can go for Spin. Hopefully he gets the same roll. Nice. So I get up a Spike. That's going to pressure him a ton, especially because now Keldeo literally gets a click, Specs Secret Sword, and gets its kill. Scizor will be 2 KO'd, Infernape drops, Hydreigon drops, the dog drops, Crocodile drops. So now Specs Keldeo is in. It does not care. And it is getting its kill. And we're going to be able to keep up that Spike the whole game. Though I did lose a Mon to switch into Hydreigon. As well as this Mon. He can go for Outrage here. I'm going Dhelmise. And then into Bisharp. That is Banded Outrage, by the way. Dhelmise didn't do anything this game, so that's fair. He does get a 3-turn as well, which means I can go right out to Bisharp and just click Knock Off. Nice. So we're going to be able to get rid of the dog right here, which I'll take because this Mon was a threat. That Mon was a huge threat. Choice Spin is a giant threat. And Crocodile is going to come out. Are you Scarf, my friend? Do I need your sucker? I don't think I need this Mon for anything. I'm just going to click, I'm going to allow him to knock me out. Do I... Is that Scarf? Oh, come on, man. I don't even have Focus Blast on this. That also could be the whole game. I didn't have a switch in, though, to this. I had Dhelmise. This team is too grounded. Yeah, good game. Unless that's Bandit. No, it wouldn't be Moxie, though. I don't have any attack to knock him out. Man, I'm getting 6-0 by these guys. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, whenever I saw the dog plus a dark type. Yeah, I screwed up. We're playing another one, guy. I'm doing another one. This team doesn't have ground immunity anyway. Where's your Levitate, Gengar? Yo, I'm on like a losing roll. What's his dark answer? It's Absol Keldeo. That's a decent dark answer. That's one of the issues with this team, guys. If you're gonna use it, be careful about Pokemon like Crocodile. Be careful about Pokemon like definitely just Crocodile. Dhelmise. Crocodile, Decidueye, all those mons are third. Anything that can click Earthquake, because you have 0 Earthquake switches on this team. Fizz of Seismitoad is not a counter to that. Anyway, I like Seismitoad as a switching. Regardless. Leads off with Eel. We'll go Dhelmise. Whether he goes Espeon or goes for Giga Drain or Knockoff. I like this play. He goes out into Fortress. I'm gonna Anchor Shot you because you're stuck now. I also want to find out what item he is running. Oh, Leftovers and Fort. I was hoping he'd be like an offensive variant. I would just Rapid Spin here because unless he has more hazards, he can only go for Volt Switch, I want to say. Unless he's like a random Toxic Fortress. I feel like I'll find a random Toxic Fortress. I could see that. Yeah, it is Volt Switch though. Nice. Okay, so we break Fortress to sturdy. Scald is so good versus my opponent. By the way, this does give him Absol as a switch-in. Yep. We can go route to Seismitoad though. We do take the knockoff. Thankfully, he doesn't have Pursuit. I don't like Pursuit on Absol anyway. I think knockoff is just way too good to throw away. You know? And we'll get to throw off a Scald here. Not necessarily to burn Absol, though it does burn anything if he wants to switch out into something like Keldeo or anything like that. But more so because I do threaten Fortress. Get my rocks here. You can go for Combine all you want. Don't I have a Decidueye in the back and you have to go for Secret Sword versus me? So I get up my rocks now, and we can go route to Dhelmise. Rocks are going to be pressuring Haxorus. Dhelmise does not care. That's the thing too. Dhelmise doesn't care. Where's my knockoff? We'll click Power Whip right here. That is... Really? You have Fortress. And my opponent is rewarded for that disgusting play. That was so bad. That was a really, really, really poor play. You don't go for that play when you have Fortress as a switch-in, man. I'll just Power Up again. You can go Fortress all you want. I spin and Earthquake versus you. So, I'm just going to get off as much damage as possible. He can't spin versus me because I am obviously a spin blocker. And we'll do some decent damage. Gyro Ball does 11. That Skull was... I don't like that play. That was just such a really poor play. Very poor play. Very poor play. I disagree so much with that play. It didn't even... It worked out for him. But, like, that's like a play that should not work out for you. And this is what I was talking about. Like, Dhelmise, Earthquakes, and Power Whips. And does all this damage. Fortress is now at 44%. Sludge Wave is looking good to sweep, too. And there comes the monster. I have to Anchor Shot here. You can't set up multiple things on me. Like, you're not going to be able to Dragon Dance and SD. You can knock me out right here. But I'm not letting you set up again. At all. Go for your Dragon Call. Go ahead and knock me out. That's fine. Go ahead. That's fine. I go route to Keldeo now. You're in Scald range. Everything is in Scald. Everything is always in Scald range. Scald, it's Scald. Get out. So we get rid of the Haxorus. Fortress is going to go down. Electros is going to take some damage. And Bisharp's looking really good. If I hit that Power Whip, I think Bisharp just 6-0'd. On its own. Anyway, Klefki comes, or excuse me, Espeon comes out. And Klefki is the best switch-in. Then again, so is Bisharp. I'm going to go Bisharp over Klefki because Bisharp punishes Fortress if he wants to go out to that. And he goes for Psyshock as well. So, I don't know if you have Hidden Power Fighting. I'm going to knock off any item, though. Whether it be Keldeo on this Calm Mindset. Now you're in Shadow Ball range, so I'll take it. We'll go Seismitoad. Yeah, because Scald is, I think, was his best play since I did have Gengar as a switch-in. And we'll throw off a Toxic here. I do tank Secret Swords. We managed to land it too. So now there'll never be any... If I get to +2 with Bisharp, Keldeo can't beat me at all. Because if it ever goes for Stub, it'll die to Poison. Let's go for Earthquake here. Goes out to Absol. I don't agree with that play because you already knocked off my item, so you weren't doing any damage to me anyway. And yeah, you're not doing any damage, and I get rid of your ghost resist. So that mon is down, and I get to click Shadow Ball with my Gengar. Electros is probably the only mon that won't be 2-hit KO'd because it's more than likely Assault Vest. But if he goes out to Electros, I'm going for Scald, getting off a little bit of damage, and then putting that thing in range of, does this guy even live Scald? We'll see. If he lives Scald, it's fine. I don't need rocks up to win, but he doesn't, so he sacks Fortress. You have to go out into Espeon to knock me out. I go for Earthquake here because it hits Espeon anyway. That's Life Orb. Alright, but yeah, hard into Gengar we go. Click Shadow Ball, and that is the game. That is definitely the game. I don't agree with him staying in to Scald me with Dhelmise. In some situations, going for Scald is definitely your best play, but that was not one of them. That was definitely not one of them. No. You had Fortress to pivot in, and Fortress wasn't necessarily getting up hazards versus Dhelmise ever, but you brought in Fortress to Volt Switch out and to get in Absol safely, and I was always switching out if Absol came in, and Absol was definitely a giant threat, especially if you had SD plus player of. But in any case, guys, I hope you guys all did enjoy this game, or at least this live. It was a little bit frustrating at points for me, I'm not going to lie. My opponents being rewarded for some plays I just don't think you should go for. Obviously they worked out, so what can I say? But like I said, if you guys did enjoy, you can go ahead and subscribe. That button should be somewhere down here. Right here, I'm going to say that there should be the Heart Gold Soul Silver randomized Nuzlocke. You guys go ahead and check that out. And over here, I'm going to say, what is it? We're going to see, there's something we're going to see. There's something. There's a live. I did a live yesterday. The Mega Audino trying to use it in OU. So if you guys want to check those out, go ahead and click those links. Even if you're on mobile, which is cool. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.